Indian Foreign Secretary Harsh Vardhan Shringla called on Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa at the Temple Trees this morning. During the meeting, both the parties had discussed a number of arenas of mutual cooperation, including the further strengthening of bilateral relations, ongoing projects, and the promotion of Buddhist ties. Another topic of discussion had been the resumption of tourism, as the Indian Foreign Secretary spoke of the importance of resuming connectivity. After concluding the visit, Shringla joined the ceremony organised at the Temple Trees. Several development projects funded by the Indian government were inaugurated virtually by the Indian Foreign Secretary during the event. The inauguration of the newly built buildings at the Saraswati Central College in Pusallava and the Vaddamarachi Central Ladies College were among them. Further, 1,235 houses built under the Phase 3 of the Indian Housing Project were handed over to the estate community in the districts of Gaul, Badulla, Matale and Nuwara.
I'm happy to see the progress in our bilateral engagement across different spheres. The high-level visits, in particular, the state visits of President Gotabaya Rajapaksa and Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa to India in November 2019 and February 2020 respectively, have given fresh impetus to our relationship. During the COVID pandemic, India kept its air space open for travel for specific and urgent medical needs of Sri Lanka. With the easing of the situation in both our countries, it may be opportune for us to work on connectivity initiatives like the Jaffna to Chennai flight, ferry services between Karaikal and Kanke Santhurai, and Dhanushkodi and Talaimanar, and the Buddhist corridor with the new international airport at Kushinagar. The Government of India will also support the development of facilities for tourists and pilgrims at sites associated with the Ramayan circuit in Sri Lanka. Tourism is an important part of our people-to-people cooperation, and we would be happy to work with the Sri Lankan government on taking forward that connect as the situation eases in COVID. We will stand with the government of Sri Lanka in its efforts for post-COVID recovery. As we seek rapid socio-economic recovery for our respective countries, it is important to work together to strengthen our economic partnership and to deepen our time-tested bilateral ties founded on the principles of mutual benefit, mutual understanding, and a common purpose defined by good neighborly relations. I am confident that in my in-depth discussions during this visit will contribute towards jointly confronting the common economic and security challenges and to assess the opportunities and chart a new collaborative way forward.
It is a bilateral relationship which straddles every field of human endeavor and human activity. But if you ask me to indicate my own view as to the principal component of this relationship, I would answer without hesitation that it consists of connectivity, people-to-people connectivity between Sri Lanka and India. Connectivity which has taken a variety of forms, not only connectivity by air and by sea, but digital connectivity, electrical grid connectivity. All of this has brought together the peoples of our two countries. The Foreign Secretary referred to the inaugural flight to Kushinagar, the international Buddhist airport of India. This is a visit that will take place on the 20th of October. We consider that to be a landmark event. On the personal initiative of Sri Narendra Modi, the Prime Minister of India, a special fund has been established of approximately $15 million for the purpose of supporting Buddhist temples, monasteries, kovils, and so on. And the Indian High Commissioner told me that he has received instructions from his Prime Minister to ensure that a minimum of $3 million is spent each year on these projects. We are resolutely committed to the strengthening, the deepening of this relationship.
Indian Foreign Secretary Shringla meanwhile also called on Minister of Finance Basil Rajapaksa at the Ministry of Finance. During the meeting, the Finance Minister had praised the support extended by India as a regional power during the ongoing pandemic situation. The Finance Minister had gone on to say that the expectation of Sri Lanka is strengthening the existing relationships with India further with a great understanding. Shringla meanwhile had told the Finance Minister that he will look to the possibility of encouraging Indian businessmen to invest in Sri Lanka. In the meantime, the Indian Foreign Secretary was in Jaffna last evening. During the visit, he inspected the Jaffna Cultural Centre, which was built with grant assistance from the Indian government. The Indian Foreign Secretary had then held discussions with several political representatives in the Northern Province. Northern Province Governor P.S.M. Charles, Chairman of the Northern Provincial Council, C.V.K. Sivagnanam, leader of the Tamil National People's Front Gajendra Kumar Ponnambalam, and former provincial councillor M.K. Shivalingam were among those who took part in the talks.
කට උත්තර නැති වෙන්න කලින් සිග්නල් ඩීප් ක්ලීන් එකකට මාරු වෙන්න.